Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Hi Pile 1, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. This is my, it's becoming one of my most popular readings, pick a card general readings on, on this channel. And what we're going to be tapping into and finding out is, who are you to your person? We're also going to be looking into where you stand with them and what is it they ultimately want from you in this connection, all right? So just keep in mind, this is a general collective reading. So, you know, whatever resonates, you can do whatever you want with it, okay? If something isn't quite landing, just drop it and leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating for. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection, including this reading. I just added this very reading as a personal reading to my store. So if you're wanting this specific reading, this very same format and everything, it is now available. Just click the link in the description box below that says specific person readings. You'll find it there. It's called Who Are You to Them, all right? And yeah, there's a lot of other readings available in the specific person category. So just go check them out, see which one fits your needs. All right, you guys. So you guys were drawn to the Amethyst, the Amethyst stone. The overall energy of who you are to them, it says meant for you. And let's see, we also have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This almost feels like an opportunity your person is sleeping on, Pile 1. Not that they want to, okay? Because I'm hearing you're almost like, who you are to your person, you're like an opportunity that they can't refuse, or that they can't pass up, but they are, okay? They are, with the Ace of Pentacles here in the reverse. They see you in this connection for what it truly is, right? They're feeling very thankful and grateful for, you know, them having the opportunity, you know, with you, to be with you. Who you are to your person, you represent a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to them, but it's an opportunity that requires courage from them to receive. And so there might be something going on with your person where they see the opportunity, they want to take it, but for some reason they might not feel ready and or equipped to take it. So it's not necessarily that they're passing on the opportunity because they don't see the value or because they don't want it. It could be something where they want it and they see the value of it, but maybe they feel like they don't have the resources in some way, shape, or form to maintain the opportunity once they get it, right? Because there's more that goes into a relationship, and there's more that goes into just anything than just planting the seed. Once you plant the seed, you got to maintain it, you got to water it, you got to nourish it. So there's something going on here with your person. They see the opportunity, they value it, they even want to take it, to accept it, but they're not. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. There could be something about divine timing or alignment here. Who you are to your person, you feel like something or someone that's destined. You feel like a match to them, like an emotional and a spiritual match. They see you as a gift, maybe even a heart's desire. They see you as someone that their soul has called in. With the Knight of Cups here, they could be kind of like in some kind of a romantic or dreamy state when it comes to you, but Knights for me personally as a reader often signifies an actual offer that's on the table, right? So who you are to your person, they can see you as their dream person, someone who brings emotional depth, vulnerability, and the energy of love being offered. So for your person, who you are to them, you're somebody with an open heart, ready and willing to not only give, but to receive, right? I'm glad that the Six of Pentacles is here, because your person is recognizing that there is reciprocity that is needed and required in this connection. And they do want to reciprocate, but there's something going on here, okay? With that Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, but we'll get to that in a minute. You definitely stir your person's romantic side. You stir their affection. You stir their feelings. They see you as somebody that they would make a genuine, meaningful offer to, okay? They also see you as somebody that leads with their heart. But there is some kind of hesitation, maybe a fear of commitment, or, you know, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse could also talk about a squandered opportunity. So if this is somebody that you haven't talked to, you're not, like, you're in separation from, this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse could be your person, like, recognizing and owning the fact that there was something beautiful on the table that they could have received, but they didn't. They squandered it. It's like a missed opportunity, and they're seeing that now. So, I mean, depending on your guys' situation, again, it's a general reading. Your person could see you as the one who got away, or they could see you as somebody that they are afraid of losing if they keep hesitating, if they keep sleeping on this connection or sleeping on the offer that for many of you may still be left on the table. You may have made some kind of a direct or indirect offer to this person, or at least letting them know that the opportunity for that is there, and they haven't taken action on it yet, and they are recognizing what's at stake if they don't. Okay, they don't want to lose out on this connection. For some of you, they feel like they already have. Okay, there definitely is some kind of an underlying energy here that there's some kind of inner doubt or some kind of instability or a fear of not being able to match your energy that is at the heart of whatever this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse here is. All right. Let's see. Next, we're going to find out where you stand with them. Actually going to find out let's find out what their energy is towards you real quick first. Their thoughts and feelings towards you. And then we'll find out where you stand with them. One more shuffle. Pile one's person. Honest, true thoughts and feelings towards pile one and about pile one in this connection. Pile one's person. Honest, true thoughts and feelings about pile one in this connection. I need my space right now. Okay. Yeah, so many of you are not even talking to your person right now. They or it just could be you're picking up, or you can tell that they've withdrawn their energy. They're not as active in this connection maybe as they have been, or as active as you want them to be. Oh, wow, I question your love for me. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so out on the board, their thoughts and feelings when it comes to you and the connection we have. I need my space right now. I question your love for me. And then we also have I'm not over my ex / the third party. Okay, so there's multiple insecurities, doubts, anxieties that are contributing to the reason why your person is just kind of I'm hearing that they're leaving the door open, but they're still leaving that opportunity on the table. They're not receiving you in this connection. They're not if you made an offer to them, whether directly or indirectly, they still have not accepted it yet. And we're getting into the reasons why. There's some doubts here. Let's find out. Let's look at first, I question your love for me. I'm also picking up they're trying to figure something out, okay? I question your love for me. Tell me more about that. They're just not able to see things clearly. They could be confused about something. For some of you, tell me more about the King of Swords in the reverse. Doesn't feel like it's a founded fear, because I am picking up on the energy where you guys may have communicated that you know how you feel about this person. The Knight of Cups is an energy where that's open on it, so they could be questioning your motives. They could be questioning your sincerity, if you're being genuine. For some of you, they're suspicious. They do doubt, like in this Knight of Cups energy, they doubt that. And it's probably connected to this, the I'm not over my ex / the third party. Let's find out. First of all, are they still hung up on the person? Are they still hung up on the actual person? Is pile one's person still hung up on the ex or the third party? No, they're not. Okay. So what this feels like is your person is hung up on the experience that they had with the ex or the third party. It's not that they're hung up on the actual person. They're over the person. They're not over what happened. Okay. And so they had an experience with someone from their past. They may have been cheated on, left, abandoned, or something. Something happened with an ex or a third party from their past. And that's what they haven't gotten over, is the experience. What is it exactly that you're not over? Because that caused your person to be very suspicious of a person's underlying motives, okay? So there's energy here. They may have, thought they were getting a Knight of Cups offer or energy from somebody prior to their connection with you, and it turned out not to be genuine or not coming from the heart, right? Let's find out. What is it you're not over? We got the Knight of Swords. Yeah, someone was really reckless with your person's heart. Just reckless with your person, maybe overall, but yeah, reckless with their heart. Could have been like an air sign that your person, you know, who they had this experience with. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could have been just some very, very impulsive. Didn't think things through. Communication could have been really nasty. Could have been very mean, okay? So that caused your person to kind of like put their defenses up, and I'm hearing they put their defenses up around their heart, okay? So them questioning your love for them is not coming from anything that you've said or have done. They're on guard because of what they experienced with someone in the past, okay? The good news is, though, and there is good news, it's slow going. We have opening up showing up at the bottom of the deck. So, let's see, is opening up active energy right now? Even though, yes, yeah, and it was even clarified by the King of Cups. I'm seeing an image of somebody like being very afraid to swim, and so, or just being very afraid of water. Water like represents the emotions, right? This isn't necessary. This is somebody who can swim, but what I'm picking up, and this is metaphorically, right? But this is somebody who can swim, but they had a very negative experience with it, and so now they're afraid to jump in the water again, even though they can swim, right? They're afraid of, you know, something happening where maybe they were in over their head or something like that. They know how to swim, but they had some kind of an experience with somebody where, oh, okay, it's one of those things. Their experience of this past person, man, I don't know if I want to, that's kind of some dark energy. I mean, it's not literal, right? But the scenario I'm being given to understand where your person is coming from, like your person knows how to swim. They're comfortable in the water, meaning they're comfortable in connections that are heart-based, heart-centered. They're comfortable feeling their feelings. They're skittish about it though, right? When it comes to other people, because they had an experience with someone in the past that somehow incapacitated your person emotionally, right? And what I'm seeing is that experience where, you know, maybe it looks like someone else is drowning and they went to go like save that person rather than giving that person like a lifeline or a life jacket or a flotation device. And that person overtook them. And even though your person knows how to swim, it was like they were held underwater. That's kind of what I'm being given. Your person can swim. They can feel. They like being in the water. But they had an experience in their past that made them now very skittish about it. They don't mind being in the pool by themselves, right? But not necessarily. So this is like them, like they're comfortable with their feelings, but they're not necessarily comfortable with like attachment or living life with somebody or something like that, okay? And so they're opening back up to the experience though of just, you know, love in general, opening up their heart space again, becoming vulnerable to you in this connection specifically. And with the King of Cups being the card that clarified whether or not opening up is an active energy, that's a yes. But not only that, there's a lot of feelings that your person has for you. They may even be in love with you, okay? But because now we know why they're suspicious of you, okay? It's not anything that you've done. They're just afraid. What I'm hearing is they're afraid to believe in it because the last time they believed in it, it was like they were tricked or they were hoodwinked, they were lied to, they were manipulated, stuff like that. And so They want to believe, right? And there is a very large part of your person that does see that you're being honest and open, but there's still that underlying part, you know, their subconscious, you know, their nervous system that's like on high alert, like, are you sure? You know, I remember what happened last time. Is that kind of an energy? But they're taking slow moving steps towards you, you know, they're approaching the pool, right? They're getting, and you're in it, you know, and they're like, okay, I can do this. I can do, I'm a really good swimmer. I can do this. I just, you know, if pile, you know, one is drowning, I know what to do, you know, rather than trying to save you themselves. Like they, you know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to talk themselves into getting into the pool with you, doing this with you. And that's translating in as, you know, letting you in their heart, and then letting you in their, you know, actual like 3D space, right? Spending more quality time with you. But this King of Cups here, this is established feelings. Your person has very deep feelings for you, loves you, is in love with you. Okay, you guys are going to know, you guys are probably going to have some kind of an idea about this though. I feel like you know. This is a very strong energy, and for anyone that is in any kind of like, whether this is spoken or not, you're going to know. Okay, that's a very strong energy coming through. Let's see. Let's find out now where you stand with them. Where does pile one stand with you currently? Pile one's person. Where does pile one stand with their person currently? They want to run to you. They want to, you know what? They're wanting very much so to dive headlong, feet first into, you know, this connection. They want to. In the example that we were being given earlier, they love to swim. And so what your person is saying is they love to be in this kind of connection. They love being affectionate, you know, and they love it when it's reciprocated. They love that dynamic. Your person is a lover boy or a lover girl, okay? Not in like not a playboy, right? Or a playgirl. They are affectionate. They love, you know, public displays of affection. You know, they love writing love notes and all that stuff, you know. That's their jam, they're saying, and they've been holding that back because they've been burned. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they're holding it back. There's, what do they call that? When you got something you thought you wanted, and then it, you know, you're really happy about it, and then it turns out it wasn't what you really wanted at all, and so you're very leery. Yeah, just suspicious. Your person's very suspicious. They want it to be real so bad, but there is still a very deep part of them that is very just not trusting. Okay, and so, and your person, I feel like they're clocking that on some level. That's why they're like, okay, I'm going to ease myself into this. Okay, and I will be honest, they are looking for red flags. They're almost, I'm hearing hyper vigilant. Okay, the thing is though, and I'm feeling like this for many of you, this may be more of an established connection. They've been looking for red flags, and, you know, I'm not going to say that they haven't found any, but whatever red flags they may have found up to this point have not been deal breakers, right? They're not, what I will say is they're not finding any reason not to be with you. We'll put it that way, okay? And I think why that is, okay, because they're not idealizing you. Okay, that's what that is. Your person is saying, you know, they're not idealizing you in terms of like, because that's what people can, you know, people can get an idea in their head about who they think somebody is, and then the reality of that person hits different. That your person's saying they see you for who you are, good and bad, right? So it's not anything like that. I feel like that's for some of you where you might fear, you know, you might have your own avoidant issues too, pile one. Okay, I'm picking up on that as well. Fearful avoidant maybe for some of you, okay, but your person is saying you don't have to worry about that. You know, they see you for who you are truly, flaws and all, right? And they want this with you anyway. That's not the problem. The problem is they question the genuineness behind the offer that's on the table. Give me one more for where pile stands. Oh, pile 1 stands with their person. For some of you, you're not actively dating this person. Like, you don't go out on dates with this person. There may be a lot of, like, you know, Netflix and chill, a lot of time just spent in the house. Yeah, this could be mainly casual, or that could just be something that they're holding off on with dates showing up in the reverse. Give me one more. I feel like they're going to chase you, but when it comes to grounding this connection in the actual 3D, there's going to still be a delay with that. Your person still feels very skittish. That's what it is, skittish. Okay? Give me one more. Oh, wow. See? Yeah. We have, let's see. So we got chaser. We have date in the reverse. We also have paradise in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have heart with a key. Yeah, your person already feels like they've met the one in you. You're the one, right? And that lends more to, like, if you guys are not talking, that lends more to your person feeling like you're the one that got away. And that could be, you know, for those of you where that resonates, that could be why date and paradise are showing up in the reverse, because you're not somebody they're currently with or currently dating. Which, if that's also the case, they might feel like they've been kicked out of paradise, okay? Paradise energy is there between you. Very much. Like, your person knows it could be paradise. Paradise is happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. What I'm hearing where you stand with your person, they are seriously limiting themselves from the opportunity of a lifetime. Okay, when it comes to this connection. And for many of you, they know it. If they are still in active communication with you, they're still, I don't know, they don't trust it. They're very leery of it. Heart with the key at the bottom of the deck says welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. So, okay, something feels tentative here. I'm also still picking up on energies of your person feeling like they need to vet you in this connection. Yeah, that's that gathering information we were talking about earlier. But it feels like it's a never-ending thing, because for many of you, I'm picking up, especially with time and consistency, you've been showing up consistently. They've had all the information that they need to prove to themselves that your intention is genuine. You're coming from, you know, having genuine interest and intention. But, you know, their nervous system isn't trusting it still. And that's indicative of wounding that your person needs to heal. They're always going to have, you know, and that might be too, okay, that's with opening up. That's what it is. Your person's nervous system, little by little, is opening up to your person trying it again. Little by little. Your person makes a little tiny move and they say, okay, this is safe, this is real, right? And then they're like, okay, nervous system calms down. They take another little step out of fear, right? Little baby step. They look around like, am I okay? Is this okay, right? Is it still real? And then it's like, yes, it's real. The nervous system is like, okay, we can let, you know, you see what I'm saying? It's like little baby steps. What do they want with you in the connection? Pile one's person. What does pile one's person want with pile one in the connection? Oh, no boundaries. Come on. Boundaries in the reverse. So we're going to get a couple more. Okay, I see. All right, let me get one more. It's not necessarily, your person is not necessarily saying that they want you to not have any boundaries. That's not it. There may be a certain specific boundary that you, or a line in the sand that you may have drawn that they want you to lighten up on, though. And the reason why they're wanting you to lighten up on that is because what they're saying is, okay, so I'm being given a very specific scenario, may not resonate with everybody. And so you can take this scenario and make it fit the way that it fits for you, okay? But the scenario I'm being given is, some of you may have told your person you want commitment, right? And in this energy, they're saying they're definitely open to that with you, but they're not ready to go in the deep end with you yet, okay? They're not comfortable with that yet. That could look like, you know, they're not ready to introduce you to their family yet. They're not ready to like move you in yet. They're not ready to include you in their everyday life and routine yet, right? They want to build up towards that. And so what they're saying is they may not have a problem committing to you like in energy, but if you're wanting them to commit to you in full-blown action, that's where the problems could be happening, because your person wants to go into the deep end with you, but they're not sure that they trust you yet, okay? And it's not really them. It's like, again, it's their nervous system. So, you know, they're getting into the pool with you, right? Right now, it's like I see them sitting in, either they're in the shallow end and you're in the deep end, or some of you, your person's even sitting on the stairs, right, of the pool. They're in the pool with you, and they're kind of, you know, they starting to make little moves towards you to make sure that they're okay with you in the pool. And to you, that could look like, okay, we're committed, but you're still, why am I only still hearing from you, you know, maybe once a week or twice a week? You know, you see what I'm saying? There is a discrepancy, or there's a gap between how your person is showing up versus how you want them to show up. And they're saying they want to show up in the way that you want them to show up. They're just not ready for that yet. That's why, you know, they're opening up in baby steps. And so they're wanting you to ease up on that because they're not ready yet. They're working towards that, they're saying, okay? Let's get one more. Pile one's person's. What does pile one's person want with pile one in the connection? Give me one more card, please. Yeah, see? So we have, let's see, boundaries in the reverse. We have new love, and then we have self-delusion. That's what they're afraid of. See, again, and that's showing up right underneath. Oh, I just now saw that. Paradise in the reverse on top of I'm not over the ex / the third party. See, your person had the illusion. They found out later it was an illusion of paradise. It was paradise while the third party or their ex maintained it, but your person soon found out at some point it wasn't what it seemed at all. And so your person is not wanting to repeat that old pattern. They don't want to end up looking back on you in this connection being like, God, I got bamboozled again, right? With new love here, it says there's someone better, a new love interest, letting go of the exes. Yeah, they're wanting to let go of their fear attached to the experience they had with that person in the past. They want to, when it comes to you and to this connection, you know, again, meant for you, and all this other energy that was coming out can talk about like misalignment, right? Wanting something but not quite feeling aligned to it yet. Their experience with that past person really effed your person up, pile one, okay? They're wanting to get over it. They're wanting to let it go. They want to stop self-sabotaging and limiting themselves, and they're having a really difficult time with that. But they are making moves towards you and towards this connection, but it's just very, very slow, okay? And they're trying to do it in a way where, you know, their nervous system isn't gonna shut them down towards you again, because right now they're in like chaser energy towards you. They're wanting to come towards you. This also says fear of abandonment issue, okay? Your person is still operating out of that wound that, you know, was either created or perpetuated by their experience with that past person. This is also why, you know, date in the reverse and paradise in the reverse are showing up that way, because of an abandonment wound. That's essentially what's going on with your person, okay, pile one? That was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this resonated, do me a favor if you would. Make sure you smash the like button. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel, as well as show your appreciation. Thank you for those that do that. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you want by hitting that subscribe button, and don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading by pile one. Well, hello pile two, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We are doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We are tapping in and channeling, who are you to your person? Where do you stand with them? What are their thoughts and feelings, and what do they want with you in this connection? All right, this is one of becoming one of my most popular readings on this channel, and I'm here for it. I love this reading. It's so much fun. And I just, so you guys know, I did add this exact reading as a personal reading in my store. So if you would like for me to exclude everybody else's energies and just tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection, just check the description box below for booking details. There's a lot of readings available in a specific person category. So yeah, go check them out if you guys want a personal private reading, all right? Let's see. And yeah, it's a general reading, so whatever resonates, just take it, run with it. If something isn't resonating, just drop it and leave it behind for the people that it does resonate for. All right, you guys? So let's get right into it. You guys were drawn to the Red Garnet, very dark. When there's oh, that might be part of the reading. There may be more. Okay, so something about you and or this connection, your person might feel like there's more to you than meets the eye. Like there's, and I'll show you why. This, let me see if I can catch it on camera though. Where is it? Here we go. It looks super dark, but in certain aspects you can see it light up. This is Red Garnet, right? I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's so pretty when the light hits it. So pretty. It's red when it hits the light, right? But it's also giving me energies of your person saying there's more than meets the eye to you. And to this connection, there's so much, you know, there's beauty underneath even, okay? I mean, your person could be seeing you as beautiful on the outside, but they know there's more to you and to this connection than that even. So let's see, your person's overall energy towards you, who you are to them, okay? Who you are to your person. We have brilliant virgin. That could be literal, all right? There's also an energy here of maybe first. There's a first time to something. There's a first experience here that your person has had with you, okay? Let's see, clarifying brilliant virgin we have. We have the Magician, the Star, and the Three of Cups. Whoa, I just heard. Your person looks up to you for something, or maybe for multiple reasons. Like they actually look up to you. You inspire your person for who you are to them. There could be hope and restoration, or just you may have restored faith in your person. They could see you and or this connection as being very powerful. Definitely your person is seeing the potential to make something of this connection, like anything that they want, right? With the Three of Cups here, that's like fun, that's celebratory, that's also friendship, you know? And so your person could definitely see you as somebody for who you are to them, somebody that they get along with, someone that they have fun with. Yeah, we are talking in the context of a romantic connection, but your person, you know, they're also seeing you as someone that they can just hang out with as well, right? It's not just about sex, right? And that, yeah, that's what's coming through with the Garnet. There's something deeper to this connection, and I keep hearing there's more than meets the eye. That could be just a side message for you too, okay? I'm hearing there's definite curiosity coming through in your person's vibe, curious to see where this could go for who you are to them. They're curious to see more of who you are. Maybe there's energies here of maybe wanting to get to know you better, or, you know, however well they know you, they want to know you, like the ins and outs of you. You fascinate your person. I'm hearing them say too, they want to see what else is there when it comes to you into this connection. So we have Gemini energy coming through. We have Aquarius energy coming through. Well, with the Magician, that's Mercury energy. So that's Gemini and Virgo. And with you guys were drawn to Red Garnet. So definitely a desire that your person might have to want to ground this connection in to more of a 3D reality in their life. There's a lot of here about potential, right? And they are definitely wanting to see where it can go. All right, they want to see how far things can go with you. Let's see. I'm gonna find out their thoughts and feelings towards you. All right, let's see, what are we doing? Thoughts and feelings. Pile one's persons, or two, sorry, pile two's persons. True, honest thoughts and feelings. We're like, just get to it. Is your person impatient? They might be a little bit impatient, okay? Let's see, because we're like, stop, just go with it. Let's find out. Pile two's persons, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile two. Pile two's honest thoughts and feelings towards pile two. Let's get two more, please. For some of you, if you're in separation from your person, or if they did something to hurt you, that you're feeling very, very bad about that. Okay, yeah. Okay, very much so. Your person may have fumbled this, or they could feel like they're fumbling it. But for many of you, so what we have out on the board, it says, if I could undo the pain I caused you, I would. We also have I need you and I miss you. And then we also have still battling addiction and inner demons, okay? And that could be literal. If your person has addiction issues, like to substances, you know, they could be active in that, or that could be getting in the way or causing problems between the two of you. If it isn't an actual addiction, then there's definitely something going on within your person internally, okay? Self-sabotage, self-limiting beliefs. There could be worthiness issues. Your person may be feeling like they're not good enough. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have healing from heartbreak. That's what that is, okay? So there's some kind of a heartbreak that some kind of pain or disillusion that they're dealing with that may have caused them to fumble this connection. Fumble you, okay? I'm hearing them say, I didn't know what I had until it was gone. Let's see. What do we got going on here? If I could undo the pain I caused you, I would. What's that all about? I'm hearing them say, if I could undo all the pain I caused you, some of you, your person put you through something. They put you through it. And they're feeling bad and guilty about all of it, they're saying. Yeah, there's guilt and remorse coming through in your person's energy. If they acted, now this did want to come out in the reverse, the King of Swords in the reverse, but it situated itself in the upright. So what your person is saying, they may have been showing up at, you know, in a way that may have been very avoidant, maybe detached, flighty, off and on, inconsistent, unreliable, all of that stuff, and they regret that. Okay, they may not have really done anything directly towards you. It could just be that they haven't, you know, maybe been matching or showing the same kind of energy towards you in this connection that you've been showing towards them, like a lack of reciprocation. Okay. But they do feel bad and guilty about that. There's remorse coming through in your person's energy for some of the ways that they've been handling you in this connection. Because I am picking up, your person sees you as somebody that's one of a kind, once in a lifetime. Again, with Brilliant Virgin, this is, you're representing or embodying some kind of an energy or an experience that your person has never had before. And to them, it is important. Right? It's very important, especially with the Magician and the Star energy coming through, and even the Three of Cups. Like, they're seeing you not just as a lover, but as a really good friend, right? And you know how there's some people where they'll treat their friends better than they treat their lovers. And so with that information coming through, your person is saying they see you also as a friend. So if they have been treating you, you know, maybe not in the same way that they've been treating their friends or something like that, it's, you know, your person is wanting you to know they also see you as a friend, not just a lover. And they appreciate that. So they could have had experiences maybe with other people where maybe it could be difficult for your person to get along with other people, or maybe they've had connections or romantic, you know, interests in others where, you know, the romantic and sexual attraction was there, but like maybe the chemistry wasn't. I don't know if you guys have ever had that experience where you could be romantically and sexually attracted to somebody, but it, like, you didn't have a lot in common. There wasn't a lot of shared interests. And so, you know, if it's hard to explain. I understand where your person is coming from, and you know, they like that the two of you can be friends, can hang out. And I'm not saying like just strictly as platonic friends, because if you're having any kind of a connection, romantic, you know, connection with somebody, you also have to be friends, right? That can be lost on a lot of people and a lot of connections, and your person is recognizing that the two of you get along really well. You know, I'm hearing something about banter. You guys just, yeah, there's a certain kind of connection and a chemistry that the two of you have. Your person honors it. They love it. Value, that's what they're saying. They value it. They may not be honoring it in action, but they do value it. Okay. Tell me more about still battling addiction and inner demons. Oh yeah, there's something they haven't moved on yet from. Or they're feeling stuck. Both could be true. This could be your person maybe not knowing how. You know, this battle feels like it's ongoing, and that's because they don't know how to win it. Like they're spinning their wheels with it, okay? And they know that that's keeping things with this connection from getting off the ground. For those of you where you're in separation, they know that that's getting in the way of the two of you reconciling. And then of course they want you to know that they need you and they miss you. Okay, we have healing from heartbreak. So yeah, if they're missing you, then that denotes the two of you are in some kind of separation, or you're not talking. Things could be strained or tense between the two of you at this point in time. Disconnection, right? The two of you could be disconnected. Healing from heartbreak at the bottom of the deck, being clarified by the Four of Wands. They could have been married before. So they could be, you know, healing from heartbreak from, you know, a previous marriage or just a previous long-term commitment that didn't work out. Okay. Is any of this related to pile 2? Oh, they're saying that they're healing from heartbreak. Okay, so I mean, they are healing from it. But there's not a lot of intention. It's, you know, whatever healing they might be doing from that heartbreak doesn't feel like it's happening on purpose, okay? That's why we have healing from heartbreak showing up at the back of the deck, and still battling addiction and inner demons, actually making it out on the board. They want to heal and they want to win these battles, but you know those people that when they play like Mortal Kombat or they play like video games and they don't really know how the buttons and stuff work, they don't, you know what I mean, and so they're just punching all the buttons, right? And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. That's kind of like what your person is doing. It's like, you know, they're battling but they don't really know what they're doing. It's just like, yeah, it's weird to explain it. We'll get away from that because and I think a lot of that is coming through with your person being confused too, because I'm just rambling on, right? Sorry about that, by the way. Yeah, they're just stuck in this space of wanting to move things forward, wanting to heal. I'm hearing they want to get it over with, not you. They're wanting to get this healing over with. They're wanting to get healing from some kind of an addiction or battling inner demons. They want to get all of that over with. They want to win already, but they just don't know how. And they're feeling very frustrated about it, okay? Pile 2's person. Where does Pile 2 stand with their person currently? Where does Pile 2 stand with their person? Yeah, things might be over between the two of you. But this literally says endings bring new beginnings. It says growth, change, liberation, and transition. So yeah, I mean, and then we also saw that Six of Swords in the reverse too. Transition is there. Growth is there, but it's being stalled. And it's because your person, they're not stalling on purpose. What's stalling them is their ability to overcome those battles and to finish that healing. They want to, and it is happening. Sometimes they win their battles, and they're saying most times they don't, okay? And when they do win, they don't know why. They don't know what they did, right? Where does Pile 2 stand with their person currently? Paradise. Oh, yeah, that's where they're wanting, right? You are your person's happy place, Pile 2, for where you stand with them, okay? And that may be where this Virgin energy is coming from. They may have never quite had it like that or felt that with anybody. Let's see one more. Not enough. Yeah, they might fear they're not enough, but oh, what they're saying is as okay, as wonderful as this connection is, as life-changing as your person knows that it is or has been or could be even still, right? It's not enough to help your person heal and win the battle. And that is because healing is an inside job. Now, they are saying you are providing motivation and the desire to want to continue to battle. But you and the connection, you can't heal the wound. Your person has got to do that themselves. And they're wanting that. And for you not to take that personally, right? It's not your job to heal other people, and it didn't mean anything against you that you're not healing them. Your person is the only person that can heal themselves. You know, you can send them healing and loving energy, right? You can even set the intention for them to heal. And what that might look like is your person finally coming across the kinds of resources that they need to where they can actually do battle, but in a more purposeful, strategic way, right? There's no strategy to your person's battling at all. Their strategy is basically just flailing, hoping that some of the hits, hit something, right? Bottom of the deck is kisses. It says unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. Let's look at Coffin real quick. Let's see, tell me more about Coffin. Okay, something about juggling. Definitely, what are we juggling though? Juggling what? That's definitely what the ending though, because that came out with Judgment in the reverse, and that's like letting dead things stay dead, right? And so yeah, what though? What are we juggling that we're not juggling anymore? Anything that got in the way. Yeah, that's what your person, where you stand with them. I'm hearing something about you and this connection taking precedent, making you and this connection a top priority where maybe they hadn't done that before. But let's see. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. What's the energy we're juggling here? Pile 2 in the connection with what else? There may not be anything else to add for that. I'm going to try to shuffle one more time. What are we? There we go. Maybe where other people they were giving energies to. Okay, or other connections, or just other things. There's not specifics coming through, and that could very well be because either your person doesn't want you to focus on what else they may have allowed to hijack their focus or their attention. It could also just be that there's so many, there's different energies tuning in, and so what was being juggled is going to vary for you guys. There's more variance in the collective energy than there is specifics. So, putting to bed or putting to rest for good things that could have caused issues or can cause issues between the two of you. Including, addiction and battling inner demons and whatever it is that they did or said that caused you any pain, okay, or could cause you any pain. Putting an ending to those kinds of behaviors, those kinds of distractions, stuff like that. Tell me about not enough. Okay. Page of Wands in the reverse. Your person feels like they're just not quite ready to live up to something when it comes to you. Your person is saying it goes above and beyond even matching your energy. They want to exceed your expectations, and right now they know that not only are they not exceeding your expectations, they're not even meeting your expectations. In fact, they're being very honest with themselves in this energy. They realize that they have severely missed the bar. And they're also coming through thanking you, pile 2, for being very understanding and not lenient so much as it is just kind of understanding. Like, you probably very well know where your person is coming from. Being very forgiving, very understanding. They're thanking you for that. Okay, let's find out now where. And yeah, 7 of Swords in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. They're ready to get real with you now. Be open and honest with you. For some of you, your person may be wanting to have some kind of a conversation with you, okay, here pretty soon. I'm hearing they got to gather their thoughts, though. And for some of them, they might need to gather the courage, okay? Let's see, pile 3's, or 2, pile 2's person. What do you want with pile 2 in this connection? What does pile 2's person want with pile 2 in this connection? Options. Let's see. This says difficult decision, exploring possibilities, and fear of choosing wrong. So let's see. Let's get 2 more. What does pile 2's person want with pile 2 in this connection? Runner. Yeah, let's get one more. Let's get one more. What does pile 2's person want with pile 2 in the connection? Ooh, third party. Okay. Closed heart showing up at the back of the deck. Yeah, your person is still dealing with, again, addiction and inner demons coming through. So, you know, largely what your person is saying, who they wish they could be for you is not who they currently are. That gap is pretty wide, I'm hearing. We got runner. So runner says avoiding the connection, running from themselves, ignoring you. Third party says love triangle, something is interfering, competition, and enemy. Closed heart at the back of the deck says unavailable, avoiding intimacy, and emotional burdens. Yeah, so I mean, there could still be a third party element in here that could be pointing towards a specific connection that might be or has gotten in the way of this connection with you. The fact that it's coming from, you know, it's coming out in, because there's third party energies in all of these decks, right? But this third party energy is describing what your person wants. So, and that could be coming from the space of the wound. Okay, we're going to find out. Let's do some diving, because options can talk about, you know, third party options too, right? Leaving the door open for third party connection. So yeah, I mean, this is self-sabotage. But you know, if that's coming through as what your person wants with you in the connection, that could be just talking, that could be coming from an actual inner demon, like, is speaking, right? Let's find out. Is this the wound here? Is this the wound here? Options, runner, and third party. Is this the wound? Yes, it's the wound. Okay. Page of Pentacles, your person is learning some lessons in regards to this. So the reason why this is coming out this way is because your person is still largely being influenced by their inner wounding. It's not them and their higher self, and it's not the preference. Okay, the reason why this is coming out is because sometimes people just have, because what is it, polyamory, and just monogamy is another, to me, and it makes sense. Monogamy is another sexual preference, just like being bi or gay or straight, or polyamory is a sexual preference. Having an open relationship, some people are just geared like that. They're just made like that. Not everyone is made to be monogamous, right? And so the reason why this came out the way that it did, because it looks like your person has a preference to keep, the door open for third parties, but that's not what it is. It's wounding. That's what it is. So your person is learning this about themselves with the Page of Pentacles here. And your person may also know, especially with Brilliant Virgin, right? This is the energy of your person knowing there is actually a preference underneath all of that to maybe want to be, you know, monogamous and exclusive in every way, you know, because you can be monogamous emotionally, but not be monogamous sexually and romantically, right? Is Pile 2's person, is Pile 2's person open to monogamy? For those people watching who do lean monogamous, I'm only asking for those of you who want monogamy from your person. Yeah, they're open to monogamy, but they are defensive against it for some reason, and it could be again stemming from whatever this wounding is, okay? With Runner here, that can talk about like an abandonment issue that can be stemming from an abandonment issue, because, you know, Runner, that is typical of somebody with an a insecure attachment style, right? That leans more avoidant. And so, yeah, let's find out what's going on with options. Tell me more about options. Yeah, so again, your person is coming through, or at least energetically, they're letting you know they're still heavily under the influence of whatever this diction and or this inner demon energy is, okay? Wounding. They're still very much under the influence of wounding, because when I asked your person what they wanted, it wasn't them that came through, it was their wounding, okay? It was their addiction, it was their inner demons coming through. Because your person, Pile 2, underneath all of that, or without battling addiction, without the inner demons, without the wounding, your person is saying, you know, they'd be more than happy. They're open to monogamy, not a problem, right? But that's not what their wounding wants. That's not what their addiction and or their inner demons want. So I'm not even gonna worry about, actually I do want to see, tell me more about options. That could mean different things. Tell me about options, please. Oh, too many. This feels like too much responsibility. This could be your person, yeah, fear of choosing wrong is one of their fears. There's also an energy of your person maybe wanting to go the path of least resistance. That's for some of you. So your person could be taking on a very lazy approach to just, you know, romantic connections in general. But again, this is stemming from, you know, the wounding, okay? It's not necessarily about competition, because I did see, yeah, okay. So they're saying it's not about the third party or third parties in general. They like to keep their options open because there's a fear of like, what if they lose you, right? And so they don't like to be left with nothing. It has nothing to do with just like the third party, you know, wanting to be with somebody else or thinking it has nothing to do with them like a fear of missing out. That's not it. Their desire to want to keep their options open is stemming from them possibly being abandoned and wanting something to run to should that happen. All right, you guys, that was your reading. I hope that well, I don't know if I hope that it resonated. If you got from this reading, though, and the reason why I say that is I don't know how you guys took this, okay? Yeah, you know, if it did resonate, right, good or bad, if you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor if you would and smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile, let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so by hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement, and I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, Pile 2. Pile 3, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading. We are channeling who you are to your person, where you stand with them, what they want with you in the connection, and also their thoughts and feelings, okay? Their overall mood and energy towards you in the connection. This reading is like becoming one of the more popular readings on my channel, and I'm here for it because I don't know, I don't know, I like this. I really like this reading. Also, you guys, I have just added this exact reading in this exact format as a personal reading. If you would like for me to do this reading for you and excluding everybody else's reading, just check the description box below. Booking details are there. It'll be listed under the specific person link. So just click on that link and you'll see all the readings available. This one is called Who Are You to Them? Okay, if you want to book this reading as a private. Because this is a general reading, okay? It's a collective reading, so, you know, whatever resonates, you can take it, run with it, do whatever you want with it. If something isn't resonating, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating for. Yeah, so just keep that in mind, you guys. You know, and I do have a lot of other readings available in the specific person category. If you want, you can just see what's there. Many of them are $25, okay? All right, you guys were drawn to the African Bloodstone heart. Let's find out what, who are you to your person. We got the Juggler. They might see you as somebody who's like very efficient at multitasking. They might see you as somebody that has a lot of responsibility. A lot of responsibilities. Let's see what the tarot cards are. We have the Two of Cups. All right, so there definitely is a mutual bond and a connection here between the two of you, okay? We have the Ten of Wands showing up in the reverse, and then we have, let's see, this Seven of Swords in the upright position. So let's see, we have Cancer energy coming through here, Sagittarius and Aquarius, okay? Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Okay, well, there are some specifics here. I won't, we got, let's see, what is that? Venus in Cancer, and then we also have the Moon in Aquarius. Okay, making it even more specific. Now, if those aren't your placements, or, you know, those signs don't have anything to do with you, you know, just leave those behind for the people that it resonates for, all right? So who are you to your person? Your person might be wondering, pile 3, if there's room or space for you in, or space for them in your life. But again, this can be flipped. Your person may feel like they're the ones that have a shit ton of responsibilities and a lot of things going on and a lot of things on their plate, and maybe feeling like they're having a hard time making space for you in their life. Just put the energies where they fit, okay? Your person, who you are to them, you're somebody who's, they may feel like, you know, you're incredibly powerful, but also maybe slightly elusive. But they're not feeling like you're being elusive just because you're avoidant. They might feel like you're elusive because you got a lot going on. You're somebody that they deeply admire, maybe even idealize. Again, you're somebody they look up to. Did I say that? But your person also feels like you might be operating under some kind of immense pressure. So much so that, you know, true partnership with you may feel difficult to attain unless you're willing to slow down, release some of those burdens and that weight, and let yourself be truly seen and supported. Your person may feel like maybe you're too independent, like hyper independent, with this Ten of Wands showing up in the reverse. Like you have a lot on your plate, but you might have a hard time asking for help, okay? I'm also hearing something about maybe you have a hard time trusting other people to help you out with some of those burdens. Your person wants you, pile 3, but they might also fear being just another, you know, responsibility on your plate. They don't want to burden you. They might feel like you're already under a lot of pressure. They don't want to add to that. The love is there with the Two of Cups, but there's also a lot of caution with the Seven of Swords here. And you know what? Your person with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, this could be your person wanting to step in and help you, right? This could be them, especially with the Two of Cups here, the two of you coming together in a partnership so that, that load could be lightened. This could be your person wanting to extend a helping hand to you, wanting to make things easier for you, wanting to make life easier for you. And that, and that Seven of Swords could talk about strategy as well, right? Coming up with some kind of a strategy together to see, like, what can we do to clear space in either your life or in their life to make room for this connection. Because, with the Two of Cups being the first card that came out, that desire is there. But it's like there's no room or space for it, whether it's in your life and or in your person's life. But there is a desire here to want to see, can we get together and strategize together how we can, unburden or make space, right, for, the other in the, for each other in whoever's life might be burdened. And, it could be mutual, Two of Cups here can be a mutual energy. So, a mirroring energy as well. There could be a desire on both sides to want to make space in each other's lives for the connection, but there's planning and strategy that needs to be involved here. All right, let's see. Now we're going to find out where you stand with your person. Actually, first we're going to find out what their thoughts and feelings are, their main default energy towards you in this connection. One more shuffle. Pile 3's person's, what is Pile 3's person's main mood and energy towards Pile 3 and the connection at this time? The main default energy that Pile 3's person is in towards Pile 3 and their connection with Pile 3. Oh, done with third parties. Your person's ready to, shut the door to all other options. And the juggler, that could also talk about juggling other options as well, right? And so that could be like who you are to your person. You could be somebody that has inspired them to walk away from, being single, from dating other people or other open connections in their life right now, okay? They're ready. That's the first thing they want to let you know. That's them wanting to be done with third parties and them wanting you to be done with third parties, okay? Again, that feels like that's a mutual energy. But that's letting you know, when it comes to you and the connection, you got your person to a space, Pile 3, where they feel like they don't want or need to be involved romantically and or sexually with someone else, okay? They're done with third parties. And that's specific to you, okay? I'm hearing sacrificing third parties for you in this connection. They don't want any outside influence on this connection at all. Okay, romantic and sexual. Let's see, two more. Pile 3's honest thoughts and feelings towards Pile 3. I care too much about what other people think. Ooh, okay. There might be something... And then we got moving, let's see, moving slow but making progress. I'm picking up something with that. I care too much what other people think. There might be something, I don't know if it's inherent to you. I will clarify here in a minute. Your person, for whatever reason, thinking other people might have something negative to say about the two of you coming together. Let's see if we can find out what that is. What is it? Tell me more. Oh, and then the other card, and it came out on the side. So both are true. We have I'm feeling on top of the world. Okay. Then we also have depression is kicking my ass. So, I mean, your person, they might be bipolar. They could be manic one day and then depressed the next. That could also mean that when your person is feeling low or they're just feeling in a funk, like, you know, this connection maybe could be one that you or this connection is like their way of maybe pulling out of that. Okay, we'll see. Tell me about I care too much about what other people think. And then at the bottom of the deck, it says moving slow but making progress. Okay. There seems to be like where you stand with your person, who you are to them. You're somebody that they can see having a future with. There's long-term vision coming through in your person's energy relating to you and their connection with you. Okay, tell me about I care too much about what other people think. This feels like there might be a lot of opinions, a lot of messages. Ooh, this could talk about maybe one specific person, and it could be an actual third party. Oh, okay. Because with this Eight of Wands here, and then we have the Knight of Swords going directly against it, this feels like a lot of incoming messages, but it doesn't feel like, yeah, this is clarifying I'm caring too much about what other people think. This is coming from a space of your person feeling like there's going to be pushback in regards to like maybe your person committing to you in this connection long term. But it feels like it's coming from a specific person or like a key group of people. And I'm seeing a lot of texts coming in, bombarding your person, challenging them in some way when it comes to you in this connection. It's not so much that that they care about other people's opinions. It's the blowback that they care about. For some reason your person believes or feels or knows that there's some kind of a backlash that's coming, okay, as a result of maybe taking this connection public, making it official, letting people know that the two of you are together, and that information is going to ruffle either a very specific person's feathers or like a group of people. All right. Yeah, and that might be why there's this I'm feeling on top of the world and depression is kicking my ass again, because with third parties here, your person feels like they're you know, if they can cut someone off, they will, right? But there is feelings tied to cutting off maybe friendships with people that don't agree with them being with you. You know, if it's going to put a strain on, you know, family relationships and stuff like that, you know, they're having to deal with that. Tell me about, why is this energy, do both apply, or is it, hold on. This is what's keeping them. Okay. Hold on. Let me look. There is a hesitancy to, you know, take that leap of faith towards you and towards this connection. There's definite hesitation there. Maybe even some resistance. Okay. Yeah, tell me about depression is kicking my ass. Okay, yeah. This depression doesn't feel like it has, that could be either just a general depression that your person is working with or, you know, dealing with. This could also be related to the people that might take an offense to the two of you being together, because I'm feeling like some of these people that might take offense to it could be friends that have been in their life for a while and or family members, right? And, you know, if there's a third party that maybe they were romantically and sexually linked with in the past, they could have some kind of an extensive past with that person and having to let that go. But your person, with them saying they're done with third parties, they're like, they're fine. They'll cut them off, right? But you are restoring hope to this person with the star, okay? When they are feeling in a funk and down in the dumps, you're the one that brings in like this rush of growth, renewal, restoration, vitality. You know, you're the light at the end of the tunnel, okay, is what they're saying with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this, because it is favoring, I'm feeling on top of the world, because that's how they feel about you. Tell me about moving slow but making progress at the bottom of the deck. That was Aquarius energy again. Your person, for some reason, may not have the greatest of confidence. Now, is this in themselves or is it in the connection itself? It's something about the connection itself. Yeah. They're leery about moving forward. They want to move forward in this connection, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to do that. And at the same time, you know, there are some sacrifices that feel like are going to have to be made in order for that to happen. That's why there is forward moving progress happening, whether you're aware of it or not. And that's why it's moving so slow. Why is there such a thing about commitment here? Because I can feel like your person wants it, but they're stalling, or they're unsure, or there might even still be some doubt about it, and it could maybe be about, that might be related to the sacrifices they feel they have to make in order for this connection to really get off the ground. Okay, we won't stay there for too long. Let's move on. Let's find out now. Pile 3's person. Where does pile 3 currently stand with their person? Healing hearts. Okay, I like it. Ooh, and that says healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. I'm telling you, I am picking up on the energy of maybe one specific person that your person is like, they're getting ready to have to face some backlash from that person, but it was and is a toxic relationship that they are working to separate themselves from, okay? And I'm hearing it's going to be messy, and or it already is messy for your person to deal with, okay? Because whoever this other person is, or this third party is, they're not letting go of your person very easily. For some of you, that could be because they got kids together, they got assets together and stuff like that. For others of you, they're just dealing with somebody that might be mentally and or emotionally unstable. And so that person, that third party, is having a hard time mentally and emotionally detaching from your person and their connection with your person, okay? Let's get a couple more. Let's see, and I'm also hearing something about you guys, like where you stand with them, you're still figuring that out, right? Just as taking things slow. Again, moving slow but making progress. We have talking here. It says interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. Abundance says, keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. Yeah, you make your person happy. And that's coming right there under I'm feeling on top of the world. okay? Talking here, there's two different energies coming out with that, two different messages. One of them is that, you know, the two of you, where you stand with them, it's like you're still trying to figure out the logistics of this connection getting off the ground and what that looks like, right? What that's gonna look like. I'm picking up on a conversation where the two of you getting together and explaining, like getting on the same page about things, because your vision for what the connection should and could look like might be different from theirs. And so getting together and like comparing notes and getting on the same page about things, right? And the fact that we have talking coming out right on top of I care too much about what other people think, like where you stand with your person, the connection they have with you is so important that they are currently in talks with other people regarding this connection. Okay, this could look like them preparing other people, like, you know, I don't know, maybe your person has been known as a bachelor or a bachelorette for a long time, or maybe, I don't know, there's something here about your person having to prepare someone or a group of people right? And they're currently in, like, you know, it's almost like negotiations. It's so weird that it's coming through like that, but it is what it is, okay? Let's find out what abundance, if there's anything that wants to come through with abundance. Tell me more about abundance. There may not be anything to add to that. Okay. Oh, okay. This is like letting go. You know, see, the abundance energy is already there. Happiness, paradise, oneness, you know, gratitude, bliss, all the great, that's all there. But I feel like your person has been kind of like bottlenecking that energy, you know, from really being able to be experienced. Bottlenecking this connection, restricting, right? Your guys' ability to really just let the abundance flow between the two of you, okay? Restricting that Two of Cups energy that could be very beautiful between the two of you, but your person is getting in the way of that, right? They're restricting the abundance. But that energy is there. They feel that, they recognize that. You know, this is a very viable and visceral experience for them, and they're restricting, you know, with the Two of Swords being in the reverse, this is them wanting to, they want full access to it, but they're the ones that have been restricting it because they're dealing with some kind of third-party interference, okay? And with the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, yeah, they actually feel bad about that. They feel some semblance of worry, anxiety, regarding their need to have to restrict this connection from moving forward and getting off the ground. They feel bad about that. Okay, let's see what they want. What do you want? What does pile three's person want with pile three in this connection? What does pile three's person want with pile three in this connection? Get a couple more. What does pile three's person want with pile three in this connection? They're still needing to create some kind of distance between the two of you at this point in time, okay? I just saw against time too. So they feel like they're working against the clock, like time is not on their side. Let me get a couple more. What do you want? What does pile three's person want with pile three in this connection? Let's see, bottom of the deck we have cut through. It says emotional, mental clarity, secrets come to light, and breakthrough. Okay, yeah, that's a background energy though. It's not taking center stage. Give me a minute. Because your person is dealing with some kind of backlash from, you know, other connections in their life. And I feel like that's what they're asking for more space for, because we got separation, knowing the path, and then we've got poker face, but it's showing up in the reverse. So separation says withdrawal, disconnect, tests of love, relationship breakdown. You know, and this is coming up underneath done with third parties and healing heart. This could be talking about your person wanting to separate themselves from, you know, an existing toxic relationship that could be and maybe has been getting in the way of your guys' connection up to this point. So what, you know, so while they want that, what they're also saying is they want the space or the separate, they just need a little bit more time. And your person is very cognizant of the time that it's taking too, okay? But what they're saying is what they're wanting is a little bit more time in the separation to tie up some loose ends, to talk to other people, to kind of give them a heads up of what's going on. That can be applicable for those of you where your person might need to clear their roster, you know, talk to people like, you know, I'm no longer available, you know, this feels like your person is wanting to clear the slate before they initiate something official with you. Okay, things on your person's side feel very messy and they're wanting to clean that up. They don't want no baggage, okay? If they know they're going to experience some blowback, and so they're handling that on their own, okay? That could be that 10 of Wands in reverse energy too, like your person clearing off all of this stuff or wanting to tie up loose ends before, you know, they bring you into the mix, okay? So let's find out what, let's see, poker face in the reverse. Oh, sorry. Knowing the path says aligning with your purpose, accepting your story. It also says on the right track. Yeah, they're wanting to get things with you in this connection on the right track, okay? I'll clarify that to see what that destination is to your person. Poker face in the reverse. In the upright position, it says two-faced, lack of expression, hiding true feelings. Okay, that might be because that's maybe what they have had to do. Again, I'm feeling like they've had to put on a poker face, not for you, but for other people. So they might have been hiding their true feelings about you, not necessarily from you, but from other people. And what they're wanting to do is they're wanting to not have to do that anymore. I'm telling you, a lot of your person, I'm picking up on an intention to make things official and public with you, okay? Because your person is in full expectation they're going to get some blowback, okay? Knowing the path. Tell me about knowing the path. Let's see, we got the Seven of Swords showing up in the reverse here, clarifying knowing the path. Again, they may have been up until this point, and that can be the Seven of Swords energy too, keeping this connection on the down low. More and more, that's what it feels like your person has been keeping not just you, but their feelings for you on the down low, as to not piss off key connections or key people in their life. And they're wanting to get to a space, especially with poker face in the reverse here. They're wanting to get to a space with you, and that's their plan, right? That's their intention, is to get to the point where they can go public with you. And they have already dealt with the blowback from key people, connections, figures in their life. All right, pile 3. That was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this resonated, or if you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor, smash the like button for me if you would. It's a great way to energetically donate to the channel, as well as show your appreciation. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. You can become part of the family if you want to by hitting that subscribe button, and also don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Pile 3, I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye guys.